Hello, I'm Jason. How are you guys doing? Did you notice how some days every match feels terrible? People push alone, die, then blame each other. Fights feel messy, nobody seems to be on the same page. Then suddenly you get one good game. Nobody is doing anything mechanically insane, but somehow everything just works. People swing together, fights feel clean, even losing doesn't feel that bad. The next game starts and everything falls apart again. Picture this: you load into a game, you get your favorite hero selected, you position yourself well, and find yourself with the upper hand. Confident in your skill, you push harder. But then the fight suddenly turns, you get eliminated. Now you finally look around. Teammate is far behind, or they are healing, or they never had angles. Maybe they weren't even ready to fight yet. And now the frustration kicks in, the mic opens, we all know what comes after this.
Plus,
Now people are arguing, screaming at each other. Everyone feels like someone else through the fight. And even after the match ends, without realizing it, the same negative energy gets carried into the next game as my team is bad or my teammates are useless. Sounds familiar? Now, picture a different game. You load in, somebody says hello, people are talking a little, nothing crazy. But the team already feels different. Someone says, I'm ready to fight. The next guy says, wait for me. Another person says they can push. And slowly, everybody starts understanding where the team stands before the fight even begins. You spot a team, but this time the push feels different. People swing together, pressure is shared, the fight just makes sense, and even if you lose, the experience still feels different. Instead of screaming and blaming each other, you say GG's, nice try, or unlucky. Then everybody moves into the next game normally. Notice, I'm not trying to talk about aim, movement, or mechanics here. Most of you are already decent at the game. What I'm trying to point at is something happening underneath all of that. And that's the strange part. Most of the time, nobody is mechanically far better than the other team in skill based matchmaking, unless you are fighting actual pros. The difference is usually much smaller and harder to notice. A lot of teams don't lose because they are mechanically worse, they lose because the team was never fully aligned before the fight even started. In a lot of fights, communication only starts after somebody dies. By then, it's already too late. The push already happened, emotional commitment already happened. Now, reality finally sets in. When players see opportunity, confidence can turn into tunnel vision. The fight happening in their head becomes different from the fight the team is actually taking. Communication doesn't start when the fight begins, it starts way before that. Simple things like, I am ready, wait, I can swing with you, I'm not ready yet. These small callouts help everybody understand where the team stands. Now, everybody understands when to commit, when to hold, what kind of fight team is actually taking. And that changes more than just fight itself, it changes the emotional experience too. Misaligned fights usually lead to frustration, blame, arguments, and that negative energy gets carried into the next game. But aligned fights feel different. Players trust each other more, decisions feel calmer, pushes feel cleaner, and even losses become easier to move on from. Sometimes players ask, where is my team after losing? But the real problem is the team was never fully together in the first place. A lot of team fights are decided before the shooting even starts, not by mechanics but by alignment. If you want to discuss this further, you can join the Discord. I'm active there. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing. There is a lot more coming. Peace.